Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Logan, the drunken metalhead who muses, and tonight I am musing about the kindness of others in the VC community. So, one of the first YouTube channels that I latched onto because, my immediate thought was this YouTube channel seems super legit, and the guy behind it seems super chill, very genuine, and just like a great taste in music all around. Was Life Eternal with Tony, and we've talked a couple times, through Instagram and stuff, and through that, he felt inspired to send me a legit VCLT package. Look at this fucking thing, addressed to Logan the Muser. That's fucking me, man. So of course, Tony, thank you, man. I really appreciate you sharing, the love of all things metal. And I hope I do justice to the package that you sent. Thanks again, and cheers to all who are watching. Alright, but first, one of the main reasons I appreciate Life Eternal as a YouTube channel, Tony knows how to highlight and show off a good beer. So in that spirit, I should crack a beer. He is all about these Polish beers. I don't know if that's like an ancestral thing, or if it's just a favorite, but in honor of that, I tracked down a Polish brew here in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is, I don't know what it's called. Zoic. It's a Polish lager of sorts. I will try to do my best. Nastrovia. There's something about those Eastern European and just European beers in general, especially the lagers. They're so flavorful. Like, they're very light, but they pack an actual bite and taste to it. Like, I mean, if you're drinking PBR like I do, or Michelob Ultra, you're not used to a light beer packing this level of flavor, but it definitely does. I appreciate it. Cheers, Tony. All right. And before we start talking about the music, one of the bigger surprises of the VCLT was the shirt that I'm wearing. Dude, Tony sent me a fucking Incantation Profane Nexus shirt. Like, long sleeve, like, with all the trimmings. I mean, I love all over long sleeves. To me, it's like the more shit that's on my shirt, the better. I mean, with the back. And it fits perfect. It's just a killer shirt. I wear it all the time. Get a lot of compliments. An awesome shirt that deserves recognition. So, off to a great start there, man. Alright, so first I want to talk about some of the projects that Tony is currently in, that he included. The one band that he just got brought into is called Triguna. The album that is currently playing is not one that he was actually on, but what I'm just now getting to listen to. It's The Mark of Sacrifice. Good shit. Let's dive in a little bit more with the album he was actually on. This is a funny little piece of music right here. It's an EP called Candied Lemons. Look at that. We got a dude just in awe of a giant lemon asteroid over there that I guess decimated part of the planet. I'm not sure. I don't know what the thought process behind this album cover or the name was, but this album is definitely out there. And if you can see right there, we got Anthony on synths and vocals. So this is his initial introduction to this band. So to kind of describe them, they are definitely like a progressive leaning technical death metal band with a bit of avant-garde craziness in there too, and they lean heavily into a sound I'm quite fond of, which is that late 2000s, early 2010s, like Between the Buried and Me progressive metal sound. But then also they're starting to bring in some like saxophone and more avant-garde influence as well. And especially on some of these songs like track 3, Aesop's Originals Verses, it's just very off the wall, and it's just a fun listen. Definitely recommend Triguna if you're into yeah, really just more modern technical death metal. And then his other band, which he was a part of as more of a like a sole member that he sent, Apotheosis. This is their one and only EP, Cursed Vengeful Eternity. And this is the 5-track album that was released in 2017, I believe. And it's a very riff-heavy, thrashy version of black metal. It definitely straddles multiple genres. But the main thing that stands out to me are just the focus on the riffs. It's fun. I've listened to it a couple times. Let me see if I can point out the man himself. That's him right there. Tony. And I guess we got the other members too. So, yeah, Apotheosis, cool shit. There's also some clean singing, which I don't know if that's Tony or not, but when they bring it out, it very much reminds me of Morning Rise from Opeth. So that's a cool addition that makes this album a bit more dynamic, and it definitely does not fit neatly into black metal or death metal, you know. Now on to other projects he included in. So first we have this band Lucifuge with kind of a demo compilation, Ride the Beast. This is a band out of Germany, and they are definitely worshiping at the altar of a couple first wave black metal bands. I hear a lot of Venom, I hear a lot of Bathory, a little bit of Merciful Fate in here actually. So like the songs, they kind of range wildly because you can tell that are like, you know, demos, and some are like more simplistic and some are more like that Merciful Fate, like almost progressive kind of songwriting. But they all stick in that first wave of black metal sound. Definitely recommend The Destruction of the Sword and Where the Lions Roam as the like Venom Bathory kind of sound. And then the final song, which is 14 minutes, Ride the Beast. That's your fucking Merciful Fate song right there. And it is really cool with just some impressive guitar melodies and kind of songwriting as well. So, Lucifuge. Definitely check it out. Alright, from Lucifuge, we stick with black metal band. There's definitely a trend here. This one, though, they're from California, and they tend more towards a ritualistic kind of black metal that's inspired by the Mayans. This is Manic Thorns. This is their album Ritual Dollar Atavista. So as I said, they're from Los Angeles, California, inspired by Mayan mythology. They're definitely very savage, like kind of raw black metal, but they swing back and forth between being very blistering and then almost being very slow and melancholic in like a DSBM kind of vibe. Cool album though. I mean, just look at this shit. Manic Thorns. From there we go to a band based out of France. Sticking with almost a black metal sound. I would kind of call these guys black and death metal, but they definitely have a twist on that sound. This right here is a band that took me forever to figure out what their name was. I mean, like, look at that logo. I had no fucking idea when I got this. I tried my best to find out, but I ended up having to ask Tony himself. And this is Aum. A-U-M. This is their album, Om Ahom Vajra Guru Padma Siddhi Hum. I'm so sorry. That is a mantra from Hinduism, which is meant to be used in an effort to channel wisdom and mental calmness. So I guess this is a record that's supposed to help clear your mind. I don't know how though, because this shit is fucking savage and angry and cathartic in probably every way that you would think. It's black and death metal, almost in the style where it's really black metal, except just with death metal vocals and production. You know, the guitars are very heavily tremolo picked. The drums themselves tend to range towards the simplistic pattern, which try to accent the guitar riffs. But I mean, the vocals are just straight up like death metal, and the production makes everything really face the listener in a more of a aggressive way. But it works. It's cool. This is probably one of my favorite things from the whole package right here. I definitely recommend this album and checking out Om. This also came out on Iron Bonehead Productions, so should be easier to find, I would think. It's funny, I never thought I would say this, but I'm saving the best for last, and that best is a power metal album, Savage Souls by Mystic Prophecy. And man, I recently clicked with this album, like, in a bigger way than just like cursory listening, where some songs from here have been stuck in my head as of late, and some riffs just like carry me away when they come on. First, this album right here, it's from a German band, released in 2006. I think why I like this album in the context of power metal is because it's fairly aggressive. I mean, it's very speed oriented and riff heavy, and the vocal approach is very middle tier. You know, like he's not like a high soaring vocals, and he's not like the doom low vocals. He's right in that mid ground. Some of the songs that really hit me, Evil Empires, man, that has a chorus that just, you know, makes you want to fist pump. Savage Souls and In the Darkness are very riff heavy songs that just really kind of capture your attention. The final song, Into the Fire, is the one ballad on the album, and that's definitely a pro. They only have one ballad. I mean, I'm used to my power metal albums unfortunately having like 3 to 4 ballads on like a 10 or 11 track album. I am a fan of this album, and this will stick with me for sure. So cheers to Tony, man, for this recommendation. It also has like a bonus live DVD. I haven't watched it yet, but that's fucking cool. So in closing, once more, man, cheers to Life Eternal, Tony. Thank you for sharing all the cool metal that you have, man. It was great hearing albums by bands that you just had to share, and projects that, you know, you've actually been a part of. So I appreciate that, man. Keep putting out the great content on your channel, and cheers to all who watch.